Hello. In my last video, I analyzed the BBC's first part of its documentary, The Modi Question. And in that video, I said that the motivation of the documentary, and especially its highlighting of certain people who supported the genocidal war, the war of revenge against Muslims, innocent Muslims, killing of 1.3 million Muslims. And this is what Imran Khan protested against from 2013 onwards. And I have to say to you that the entire BBC approach has always been to try to deflect. It is a state organ of propaganda, and it has always sought to deflect criticism of what is being done to benefit through money the people, the ruling clique in this country. And not always. There was a period. There was a time under Clement Attlee. There was a period when the BBC had a mission, a Reithian mission, Lord Reith. But that time has long gone. And this is also linked to the decline of the Labour Party. And in particular, when Labour turned into a genocidal party, 1.3 million Muslims. I'm not saying Tories are better. The fact is that President Obama, he said the quagmire, the horrible situation in Libya, it was not his fault. It was not the fault of Hillary. It was the fault of Cameron and Sarkozy. We have seen too many assaults on Islamic countries, socialist countries like Libya, Iraq, Syria. And the blame is always put on Muslims. They are fanatics. But it is a fact that the Islamists back in 1980s were backed by Britain and America. I have to say I agreed with them because I hate this communist doctrine, because I believe in God. There is only one God. There is only one creator. I don't take dispute with the Darwin science. No, God is God. God can do anything. But you see, in this world, this is a physical world. There is another world. I will go, actually, I don't think I've actually committed really big sins because I was too timid and too ugly and I didn't get the opportunity. But I know there are angels among us, there are very good people among us, and each and every one of them, including my parents, they will get the full reward, which is beyond. Nobody can know what it is. As Quran Sharif says, or the interpreters, it's a very good interpretation, that nobody has seen paradise. That's why paradise is real. We have seen a garden. We have seen something looks nice. We compare it to paradise. But of what is unseen, that only scripture can give the truth. And it is a truth. But it's not a truth which is verifiable on this plane. And Islam has very good epistemology of insha and khabar and like that. A bit like Martin Loaf theory and type theory, and So they're very anti Islam, anti Hindu, anti African, because Africa has got all the ancient Ubuntu, all these ancient ideas is there in the from the Africa. Definitely, no question on it. Lord Krishna in Hinduism, he's black. I remember when I was in Kenya, one gentleman he came up to me. He said, I was a kid. Said, how come? Do you know what is meaning of Krishna? Krishna means black skin. Yeah, I know. It's mean black skin. Yeah, but I've got black skin. I got plenty, and even darker than me. No, 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 no. It means Lord Krishna comes from here, from the, and he brings different. And in fact, there is a scientific proof that some of the cereals and other agricultural product was brought from there. But also, there's proof that the cows and like that were brought from here. So there's a interchange. So that's why, whether it's Hazrat Bilal, who will say against him? Even Salman Rushdie would not say against Hazrat Bilal. He said against Salman Farsi, but not against. So what I'm trying to say is that look, we've got common culture, and Labour Party, unfortunately, they are creating a division. And BBC documentary, you can see it's just to attack Rishi Sunak. Because why? He's Hindu. But he could easily, it could have been Sajid Javid. Then they would have been doing opposite game, isn't it? It's a typical divide and rule strategy. And I want to say that these people, they are seeking to keep an obligatory passage point status for themselves as their arbiters of what is virtue and what is not. To say, oh, these people are down in the democracy and these people are up in the democracy and all this. But, if you look at Imran Khan, who, by the way, British public school boy, Oxbridge international test cricketer, he is more bloody posh than these guys are. From 2013, what has he been saying? He's been denouncing. This is an imperialism of a stupidest kind. One which wants to destroy all proper economic development, all proper good relations, and which has only benefited the enemies. Because of its stupidity, it benefited the enemies of. And, we have to agree that it was a very, very foolish type of thing. Now, the question is, when you look at this Modi documentary, who is it aimed at? It's not aimed at India. India has blocked it. Though actually, it's kind of makes Modi look good. Because, he showed that when these bastards tried to question him, he said, firstly, look, you are interfering in the activities of a sovereign nation. And these guys are laughing and joking because they were interfering by bombing and doing regime change. That's what they were doing. They said, first we'll do Islam because Islam is divided. Because this country is Islamic and that country is Islamic, but they're fighting. So they killed 1.3 million Muslims. If Muslims had been united, not one single Muslim would have been killed. Hindus got united, though Hindus, by the way, let me tell you, most we hate each other much more than we hate any Christian. Actually, we love Christians, we love Muslims, you know, but we hate each other because this guy is saying, "Oh, you can't take tomato." I'm going, "Yeah, you can take tomato." No, it's against us. We fight like that. You take tomato. You bastard. Why don't you just say that I take garlic? No, no, you don't take garlic. You take beef fat. You cook your food in beef fat. Bastard. It's stupid nonsense. It's nonsense. You know, even within the same bloody subcaste and all this, you have this fighting and nonsense. It's called in Ireland. They have the tradition when they have a wedding, it ends in a fighting, punch up. My name is Iyer, and I gave the example of among Iyers that Kalyanam, that when there is a good marriage, Shande, fighting. But it's not, nothing wrong with throwing punches. It's okay. It's like kids. You punch me, I punched you. We become best friends. And that type of fighting that, your uncle is known to be, uh, uh, yeah, and your auntie, she is known to be, oh my God, nonsense and rubbish. Eh? But this is what BBC is doing. Or innuendo and illogic, what is called mythology. Socrates used the word mythology to mean the opposite of using reason. So it is a propaganda. But what is it aimed at? BBC is doing hate speech. Who's it aimed at? Not India, not Pakistan. Nobody cares. It's aimed at Muslims in this country so that they will forget that it was Blair and Straw and Goldsmith, Attorney General Lord Goldsmith. It was they killed 1.3. They contributed. I don't say they did it themselves, but this barristers, solicitors, they prepared the legal case for that execution. We feel sorry for Prince Harry. Prince Harry has said, I killed 25. Were they 25 Christians? 25 Jews? Were they 25 Hindus? No. We know he killed 25 Muslims. Is Prince Harry against Muslims? No. Why did member of royal family end up killing Muslims in Afghanistan? Would it have happened under Queen Victoria? No. Look at the Duke of Connaught, who was her son. The Queen Victoria showed great love and understanding of Islam. She kept a munshi Islam. So don't say this is royal family. This is Labour Party is disgusting policy, which we have seen in constituencies. They say one thing to the Sikh, we'll support you in Khalistan. Says another thing to the Hindu Punjabi. They create a division. And this is BBC tactics. It is the Labour Party and the BBC. It's not the Tory party. It's got nothing to do with Rishi Sunak. I don't say that break peoples. I don't think they would have ever come into cabinet and become chancellor and this and that without Brexit. It wouldn't have happened because they mainstream. They're all bloody bastard people. I mean, these guys are they are bloody bastards as well because they're useless and they do not run things. They're immature, completely immature. But what I want to say to you is let's go back to the foundation of British empire and all that. I've got no problem with it. As Disraeli said, as Warren Hastings said, it was based on if you're supplying governance, you have to supply it according to the market demand for it, according to the people who pay for it. They determine what it should be. And we did not want, we don't want now any stupid fighting on religion and all these lies and stupidity. We don't want it. But who is broadcasting it? It is the state broadcaster of Britain, the BBC. And I think it is time, because BBC is turned to shit. It is rubbish. I don't want to pay money for that. I mean, I want to pay money for the good stuff on the BBC. I don't want to pay for this nonsense. But I pay for Netflix. I pay for Disney. I pay for, that's fine. So rather than allowing these disseminators of hate speech, BBC is disseminating hate speech. There can be only one result of its Modi documentary, which is in two parts. I haven't seen the second part. It is that it will fuel Leicester type violence. These guys won't be satisfied until Hindus and Muslims are killing each other. That's the problem with virtue signaling woke people. They are not happy until they destroy communities. So I say, let these, let us speak out against the ruin and ruination of the Labour Party. Let us ask BBC, please don't stop taking our money, our taxpayers' money, license payers' money. You become a commercial organization. And let's get behind Rishi Sunak to dig us out of the financial hole, which the incompetence of these people is. But at least, I don't mind if you throw away my money. But if you turn me against my neighbor, that's much worse. So this is why I condemn BBC documentary, the question of Modi, or the Modi question. I condemn it as a hate speech. Only one possible purpose can be served by it, which is to create hate and violence between Hindus and Muslims in this country, not in India, because it's been banned there, not in Pakistan, because basically there are no Hindus there, they've run away. So, thank you very much for listening.